The cabinet today expressed its full support to the outcomes of the 30th session of the Palestinian Central Council (PCC) and emphasized on its readiness to provide all forms of support to implement the decisions of the PCC. Furthermore, the cabinet stressed on the key issues announced at the President Abbas speech at the PCC, where he called the Palestinian people to support the Palestinian Liberation Organization, the sole and legitimate representative of the Palestinian people. In addition, to defend the resolutions of international legitimacy that preserves all Palestinian rights, stating that we will not repeat what happened in 1948 and 1967. In addition to the rejection of any formula of temporary borders, the so-called of the deal of century, and all other American unilateral measures against the Palestinian people. In addition to the rejection of any suspicious project aimed at the separating of the Gaza Strip from the West Bank, blaming Hamas for the failure to comply with the agreements signed, especially the last one. In addition to support President Abbas' initiative presented at the Security Council on February 20, 2018, calling for an international peace conference. In addition to adhere to the Arab Peace Initiative as endorsed at the Arab Summit held in Beirut 2002, and finally calling all the Arab countries to stop all forms of normalization with Israel, the occupying power, until the full implementation of the Arab Peace Initiative. On the other hand, the cabinet stressed that the Ministerial Committee for the Social Security Law Dialogue has started implementing its mandate through clear directions from President Abbas to meet, listen and hold discussions with the various relevant parties from trade unions, civil society and private sector to preserve and protect the rights of the workers' groups. The cabinet also affirmed that the committee will study all observations and take all stakeholders into consideration. The cabinet also confirmed that the implementation of the law according to the scheduled timetable issued by the Social Security Corporation Board of Directors will start with the companies and organizations who have more than 200 employees. Moreover, the cabinet decided to postpone the imposition of fines related to those who failed to join in accordance with the timetable issued by the Board of Directors for 1 month. On a different context, the cabinet condemns the extrajudicial killing committed by the Israeli occupation forces, which led to the death of 3 Palestinian children in Khan Yunis. Furthermore, the cabinet welcomed the European Parliament decision to adapt additional European assistance to UNRWA worth of 22 million euros. In addition to the Parliament votes against the proposal to reduce European aid to the education sector in Palestine. The cabinet affirmed that this vote decision demonstrates the endorsement of the Palestinian rights, proves the EU's refusal to bend to the US and Israeli pressure, and its false accusation against the Palestinian government. The cabinet called on the relevant international organizations to halt the Israeli violations, protect the Palestinian education process, including schools and the curriculum. Finally, the cabinet expressed its deepest condolences to the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, king, government and people, and to the families of the victims of the tragedy of the school bus at the Dead Sea. The cabinet stressed its full support to the leadership and people of Jordan, wished the wounded a speedy recovery, and the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan a continued progress and prosperity.